Coming to you live here in the NBC 15 newsroom. Now, if you didn't already take a peek outside, it's hard not to notice. Our top story of the day, of course, is the air quality in Wisconsin, but not just in Wisconsin, actually across all of the Midwest. So this is expanding into even the Great Lakes, the Ohio River Valley, from those Canadian wildfires, blowing that smoke and causing these hazy conditions across the region. Now, public health officials from Public Health Madison and Dane County are really advising people to limit their time outdoors today because of those dangerous air quality conditions. Let's take a look at some video that we shot here around the Madison area. You can see those hazy skies. Normally you would be able to see the Capitol in that shot. You cannot see it. So a lot of smoke. You can see people wearing their masks, which is something that public health officials have advised you to do if you do choose to be outside today. Obviously, if you can avoid or limit your time outside, that is really encouraged just because of the risk for negative health impacts that's increased for all groups, not just those vulnerable groups that we've been talking about, like older adults and younger children. So I also want to talk a little bit about some of the lasting impacts and kind of domino effect that we've been seeing due to these air quality conditions. A lot of outdoor events now in the Madison area announcing that they are going to be canceling those events to protect the safety of everyone involved, of course, and going off of that recommendation from PHMDC. So the first one that I want to talk about is Madison Schools. MMSD has canceled all of their programming for today, the remainder of at least today. So that is including summer semester classes, virtual programming, any athletics practices, and all community recreation, so MSCR activities. And we've already mentioned this yesterday, but in case you didn't know, the Concerts on the Square kickoff was originally set for tonight. Now that has been postponed and is set now for tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. So that, again, citing the recommendation from PHMDC for people to stay inside, that has now been postponed until tomorrow night, Thursday night at 7 p.m. The Garbage concert that was set to take place at Breeze Stevens Field tonight, that has been canceled. The band putting out a tweet earlier today and citing those dangerous air quality conditions, saying anyone with tickets will be fully refunded. So that has been completely canceled. Whereas Concerts on the Square has just been postponed till tomorrow, at least until further notice. And then the newest update that we have for you is the Madison Mallards game for tonight has been rescheduled and postponed. Now tonight's game was set to be against the Fond du Lac Spiders, and the Mallards did make an announcement today, just within the last hour or so, saying that the game has been rescheduled to July 17th at 6:05 p.m. So anyone who had tickets to that game, you can keep your tickets. You will be able to use them for that rescheduled game on the 17th. And again, they are citing that PHMDC public health advisory, encouraging people to stay inside, to mask up if they are choosing to go outside. So again, if you did have tickets to the Mallards game tonight versus the Fond du Lac Spiders, you will be able to use them at the rescheduled game on July 17th. If you do have questions about that, they're asking people to call the ticketing office. And I actually do have some live feeds that I want to pull up here because, like I mentioned, we are seeing this across not just here in Madison, but across the region. So I have a camera here showing Milwaukee. This is a live feed right now, and you can really see how that smoke is just covering what would normally be a pretty clear view of the Milwaukee skyline there. So again, that Canadian wildfire smoke has been moving into our area, blowing into the state of Wisconsin, as well as all of the Midwest. We're seeing it in Chicago. We are seeing it in the Great Lakes region, the Ohio River Valley. Indiana is one of the states that's been seeing some pretty poor air quality. Chicago ranking pretty highly up there. And really, public health officials are just really wanting to emphasize to everyone, if you can avoid or at least limit your time outside, that is, of course, the best option as we see that haze just filling the air, just because we know that it is those particles entering our lungs and our bloodstream and could be very dangerous and have a risk of negative health impacts, increasing that risk for all groups today. So just wanted to take a look. We actually have one other camera that I want to pull up for you. This is another shot from WISN, another station there in Milwaukee, with a live feed for us here. So it's really hazy, as you can see there. Just extremely, again, that's not clouds that you're seeing there in the sky. This is haze coming from smoke blowing from those Canadian wildfires. So really, if you can avoid and limit your time outside, obviously, if you do need to be outside, public health officials are encouraging you to wear N95 masks. Those will actually filter out those particles. Those are the only types of masks that they say are protective enough against this type of air pollution and poor air quality. So with that, I do want to share just a little bit of a lighter story with you all amid the concerning air quality warnings that we have today. Trying to pull up a video for you here, but this right here is a picture of a stolen terrace chair. You can see it's very rusty in this picture, and this was a photo tweeted out by the UW-Madison Police Department, and they said that this chair was returned from a kind person who actually had stolen the chair. It is from 1992. Now, this suspect actually returned the chair because they wanted to set a good example for their kids by returning it. So yeah, this is actually a chair from 1992. Someone decided to turn in to the UW Police Department, and they did say in their tweet that, quote, "It is never too late to do the right thing." So kind of impressive. It definitely looks like it's had some love, but just wanted to share that with you because I thought that was pretty fun and funny that they decided to return that chair from 1992. So if that gives you any inspiration to do the right thing, take that for what you will. But that is all I have for you all today. Again, we will have much more coverage as today is a first alert day due to that poor air quality. So again, Hope you're all staying safe and just being mindful, trying to limit your time outdoors if you can, or taking those precautions and wearing a protective mask. Now, we will have coverage, like I said, in our evening newscast tonight, so please tune in at 4, 5, and 6, and we will have all the latest updates and across, not just here in Wisconsin, but across the region, and of course here in southern Wisconsin. And our meteorologists will have all of the latest conditions that they are tracking for you. And of course, you can always follow the news at nbc15.com on our website. But for now, hope everyone is having a great Wednesday afternoon. Hope you are staying safe and indoors.